ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् 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 ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदम् पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ जय गुरु।
My love, regards, and respects, and pranam.
Great. It's working fine.
Souls present. My humble prostration at the feet of the glorious lineage of Kriya Yoga masters. I bow to the Almighty God. My Charan Vandana to Gurudev and my Shat Shat Pranam to Guruji. Please join as we start with a prayer. The lyrics are also on the screen. Truly honored and blessed to be a part of this young, the divine anniversary celebration of chanting of Mahamrityunjaya mantra. You divine souls from Colombia have collectively stepped forward for this noble cause of reciting the mantra for consecutive 1 year, devotedly bringing relief to the entire cosmos, especially when the clouds of fear surrounded us all. Mantras, they play an important role to awaken the consciousness, and it unites with the super consciousness, and chanting it collectively with perseverance and devotion, it attunes with the divine energy, and the vibrations produced are helpful in healing and purification process of the Mother Earth and her entire creation. And Mahamrityunjaya mantra is the greatest death conquering and liberation mantra. And Lord Shiva himself have given this mantra that when in time of distress, illness, death, it can be chanted for liberation also. I humbly bow to each and every one of you for and congratulate you for this greatest gift you have given in these difficult times. May God bless you all. Today's topic, as requested by you, is the memories with Gurudev or time with my master. My eternal gratitude to my Gurudev, who had been a source of inspiration and guidance throughout my life. The memorable journey of 25 years at the feet of this great master had been so precious in my life that each and every moment spent is still so fresh in my mind. If today anybody asks me, have you seen God? Humbly would say, yes, definitely, in Gurudev. After seeing him and being with him, I have no desire to see God or to attain moksha. My only desire is that as long as I live, these memories, they stay with me until my last breath. I came into contact with Kriya Yoga in 1978 in a small town in India while I was a student. When I saw the picture of the lineage, I felt a very deep connection, maybe of my previous life. I met Gurudev in 1980 at Canadá Ashram, Puri, and today I share some of my personal memories and experiences with him. These experiences are so vivid that it is extremely hard to put them in words. This journey began in 1980 when I felt a strong urge to visit Puri. My elder sister had already met Gurudev a year ago and shared her experiences. I prayed to God and Gurus for a way out to get there, and day and night I would think, how could I make it possible? As Puri was very far from Delhi, and of course my parents, they would not permit me to travel on my own. Finally, my deep prayers were answered when my father permitted me to spend my summer vacations with my sister, who at the time was living in Cochin, a city which was much closer to Puri. After my exams, I knew the time had come. I left for Cochin, where we both boarded a train to Puri. It was a very long journey of 2 days. In those days, there were no fast trains, but my excitement knew no bounds. On arriving at the ashram, we couldn't wait to have Gurudev's darshan. Leaving the luggage outside the meditation hall, we went inside. And Gurudev's first glimpse was overwhelming and blissful. Tall, with deep eyes and a radiance emanating from his body. Baba looked at us momentarily and turned his head. After a few seconds, he looked again, and inside my mind, a question arose that why is he touching the spine of people? Is it necessary? He at once caught my thoughts and said, "You have come to judge me?" And I was totally embarrassed. He told us to go and meditate in the Samadhi temple of Sri Yukteswar Giri. I was disheartened and sad, with tears in my eyes. All the excitement of coming to Puri vanished. We left the hall and walked towards the Samadhi temple. On the way, my sister consoled me and said, "Do not get disheartened. There must be a reason." As I composed myself and entered the Samadhi temple, which was small, beautiful, which was full of serenity and strong vibrations. As I sat to meditate, I suddenly experienced something very strange happening inside. A dazzling light enveloped me, and there was so much of light that I couldn't open my eyes. The tears of ecstasy, they rolled down ceaselessly, and my hands and legs were stuck and unmovable, and I was totally in a blissful state, which I had never experienced before. This state lasted for some time when my sister patted my shoulders and said, "Time to go." To my amazement, almost an hour had passed. As we left the temple, we saw Gurudev standing. We bowed to touch his feet, and Baba put his hands on my head in a fatherly gesture and blessed me. "I'm very happy to see you. You have come. I'm very happy to see you. I wanted you to have this experience which you experienced just now in the Samadhi temple before you accept me as your Guru." I was totally surprised by those words. And little girl, do you have any doubt? His words made me weep uncontrollably. Bowing down, I apologized. "Follow me," he said, and took us to his room. There, he called other sannyasis to make arrangements for our stay. As we were leaving, Baba said, "You will be initiated tomorrow." Next morning was the initiation, which was done in quite a Vedic way. And after the initiation, he made remarks about my previous life. And I was quite amazed to hear those words. "I am very happy to see you, Maji. You were my mother in my previous life. I see the auspicious tilak on your forehead and the sadhana of your previous life. You are ready for the second level in 10 days. I told Gurudev that I cannot come to Puri again in 10 days. He looked straight into my eyes and said, "Never question your Guru. I can make it happen even in your dream." We stayed in Puri for a week, and a memorable time at the ashram it was spent in meditation, being in Gurudev's presence, doing seva in the kitchen. Gurudev was like a mother. He would look into each and every detail and would often inquire if we were comfortable and had taken food. Then came the time to leave. I was sad and morose. I pleaded my sister to leave me behind. She told Gurudev, and Baba promised that he would be in touch and will come to Delhi. He said, "Guru is always with his devotees. You would feel my presence when you sit in meditation. And once you are initiated, it is the duty of the master to guide you and walk you through this journey of self-realization." Even until today, I feel Baba's presence like a shadow. Any difficulty, any trouble that came in life, the solution was found during meditation. Then came the time to leave the ashram. 2 rickshaws came, and I was wondering why 2. In one, we both sat, and Gurudev was sitting on the other one. He said, "I will come to see you off at the train station." And Gurudev came inside the coach and made sure the luggage was safely secured. He told people around that these girls were traveling alone and it's a long journey. Please take care of them and do not let them get off the train to buy food. Departing from Gurudev was hard. I wept like a child, and Gurudev wiped our tears with his dhoti. "I will always be with you, Maji." As the train left, Baba stood on the platform and waved until we were out of sight. Such was enormous love and affection for like a mother. He looked after each and every detail, and this was my first meeting with Gurudev. Since then, almost 35 years have passed. The memories of my first visit are still so precious and fresh in my mind. When we returned home, I often wondered about Gurudev's promise until the night day. A call came from Dr. Tyagi, whom I had never seen or met before. She said, Gurudev is in Delhi and he wants to see you tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. My joy knew no bounds. I quickly noted the address and reached Dr. Tyagi's house the following morning. Baba was waiting. He initiated the next level, and there was daily meditation at Dr. Tyagi's house. Meditating in his presence was entirely a new experience altogether, and being in his presence was meditation itself. He would spend hours rectifying and explaining the techniques and meditate according to my directions. Do not miss this opportunity, for it might not come back again. Baba would say, waste time with none but God, and time will not be wasted. He believed in practical Kriya and would say that an inch of practice is worth more than thousands of theories. Practice, practice, and practice, and be like me. Baba stayed in Delhi for a couple of days and then left for Germany. And he promised to stay with us on his return. While Baba was away, he often wrote a long letter, which contained letter for many other disciples. I would cut each letter and put it in an envelope and post it to the appropriate devotees all over India. All his letters were full of compassion, affection, with one message, repeatedly asking us to meditate more and watch our transformation. On his return from Germany, he stayed with us. We were blessed to get this rare opportunity of serving such a great master. He stayed with us like a family member. Baba was highly organized and meticulous. While I was unpacking his suitcase, Baba said, 2 inches deep on the right-hand side of the suitcase is a saffron scarf. Please take it out, Maji. He took that scarf and put it on my shoulder and prophesied that you will be a Yogacharya in the West. And this is the scarf which Baba brought from Germany about 38 years ago. In 2017, when a call came from the Mother Center that our beloved Guruji has called us for the Yogacharyas training, my memories they flashed back to 1980, when Baba had prophesied. His words they echoed in my ears, and while Baba was staying with us, he enjoyed his stay with the whole family. He ate, joked, sang together, and took prasad together. Our house was almost turned into a temple with divine vibrations, happiness, joy, and blissfulness. Gurudev was cautious of not disturbing at night. Instead of turning the lights, he would quietly use the flashlight without making any noise to use the washroom. One time after meditation, we were sitting around Gurudev and my brother-in-law came to seek his blessings. Baba asked him, "Do you know what is Nirvikalpa Samadhi?" And then instructed my brother-in-law to place one hand on his wrist and the other on his heart. And Baba chanted Narayan, Narayan, and went into Nirvikalpa Samadhi. We were astonished to witness that state, but for Gurudev, it was very normal. He could go into Samadhi at will. During meal time, I would often make an excuse and step away from the dining table. And my father once complained that I do not eat much. As long as Gurudev stayed, he made sure that I sat beside him during meal time and would often take out food from his plate and would put it in my plate and would say, "This is prasad, eat." Such was his motherly love and care. Gurudev had a melodious voice. When in good mood, he would sing beautiful songs in Bengali. His favorite songs were from the writings of Rabindranath Tagore. During the period from 1980 to 1987, I visited Puri 4 times. And during one of my visits, I met Gurudev's family, his elder brother, sister-in-law, and his nephews. It was an affluent, educated Brahmin family of doctors and lawyers. And Gurudev's elder brother was initiated by him. Baba was a symbol of punctuality, always ready before time. He had an outstanding knowledge of astrology, astronomy, and homeopathic medications, which he learned under the guidance of his father. Once I had a skin trouble and wrote to Gurudev. This letter from him describes in detail about the homeopathic medication and the line of treatment. Baba would read our horoscopes and would spend time writing mantras to remove the mal effect of stars and planets. And Gurudev would make us repeat the mantras several times so that we could memorize them and would check on our pronunciations. He was a gifted gardener, loved nature, flowers, plants, fruits, and trees. He had planted many trees by himself at the ashram and had given them each a name. And he knew exactly by the taste and look of each piece of mango which tree it came from. His favorite parrot, Jacob, and the cow from the Puri ashram cannot go unnoticed. They were nurtured with his love and care. Gurudev was a wonderful listener. When he heard anything new and noteworthy, he would at once write all the valuable information in a small notebook. From 1990 to 1997, I was away in China. And during that period, I couldn't meet Gurudev in person, but God paved the way and we came on immigration to Canada in 1998. The first thing on arrival was to contact the Mother Center, and I spoke to Gurudev. Baba was extremely happy, but I could not speak as my throat choked when I heard his voice after so many years. Baba knew I was crying and he asked me to come and seek his blessings. I flew to Miami in 1998. The fire ceremony was going on. Meeting him was a feeling of a long-lost child who suddenly finds the comfort in his mother. Gurudev put his hand on my head and said, "I am very happy to see you," and inquired about my family. I told Gurudev that, "Baba, I have a son who has just turned 5 and showed his photograph." Upon seeing the photo, Baba placed it on his forehead and blessed him and said, "Maji, I am going to make him a doctor. And placed it on the glass table beside his bed. That photo, as of today, is still in Gurudev's room. And with Gurudev's blessings and grace, he completed his MD and has become a doctor last summer. Such was his grace and prophetic power. From 1998 to 2002, I visited the Mother Center thrice. Whenever I went, Gurudev made sure that I got enough time to meditate in his presence. During my second visit, the flight was delayed and it arrived past 10 p.m. and I was astonished to see that Guru was still awake, waiting with a plate of food set aside for me. And there Baba made sure that I ate and I sat until I had finished eating. Such was his care and affection for all his disciples. On the last day of my second visit, Gurudev was not well. I went to say goodbye and to take his blessings. In spite of his ill health, he insisted on coming to the main gate. And this main gate is quite a distance from his room. Baba sat on the wheelchair and the other disciples followed. I kept insisting, Baba, please do not exert yourself. Do not come outside. Baba said, baby, I will not see you again. And you may not see me again. These words, they pierced through my ears and my heart. I could not move. And Baba patted my shoulders and said, Hariharananda will always be with you. So when people see you, they would say, this is Hariharananda's Jayali. Meditate and be like me. Gurudev was a unique spiritual master, a true embodiment of wisdom and a river of compassion. He was a father, a mother, companion, image of humility, and a friend. At times I wondered what I have done to be worthy of his grace and love. I am not worthy of what I received from him. I feel blessed to have been showered with his grace. I pray to God and Gurus to give me the strength to live up to his expectations. Gurudev once said that whatever has been started by me would be finished by him. He meant was our Guruji, Paramahamsa Hariharananda. Baba has molded him in his own image with the same amount of love, compassion, and humility. He works and travels tirelessly across the globe to spread the message of his master. We are blessed to have him as our spiritual guide. I humbly bow to God and Gurus again and again with utmost gratitude for having given me this rare opportunity to serve such a great spiritual master of this age. Now, we'll spend the next 15 minutes in general meditation.
Vamos a hacer una meditación general en los próximos 15 minutos.
With love and devotion, connecting with him and asking for his blessings.
Con amor y devoción conectados con él, pidiéndole sus bendiciones.
Wherever you are, sit straight.
Donde quiera que estén, siéntense derechos.
Keep the spine straight.
Con la columna recta.
And bring the attention in between the eyebrows.
Y dirijan su atención al entrecejo.
With deep love and devotion.
Con profundo amor y devoción.
Bring your attention to the Agya Chakra.
Dirigimos nuestra atención al chakra Ajna.
The divine kingdom.
el reino divino.
With love and devotion,
Con amor y devoción,
take this opportunity to detach
aprovechemos
yourself
la oportunidad
from the outside world
para
and
desconectarnos
yourself within,
del mundo exterior y dirigirnos hacia nuestro interior,
in the divinity, which is our true self, our nature, our breath.
donde está la divinidad, nuestro verdadero ser, nuestra respiración.
With deep love and devotion,
Con profundo amor y devoción,
observe the incoming and the outgoing breath, like
observemos
witness.
el aire que ingresa y que sale.
Watch every inhalation and every exhalation. Where is it coming from?
Observemos cada inhalación y exhalación y preguntémonos de dónde proviene la respiración.
God is formless.
Dios carece de forma.
How do we feel Him? How do we perceive Him?
¿Cómo percibirlo? ¿Cómo sentirlo?
It is through breath.
A través de la respiración.
As the rishis have said,
Como han dicho los rishis,
Vayu Prataksh Devta, which means that breath is the direct manifestation of the living power of God.
la respiración es manifestación directa del poder vivo de Dios.
Now inhale slow, long, deep.
Inhalen lento y profundo.
Hold the breath
Retengan la respiración
and bend forward
e inclínense hacia adelante,
as comfortably as you can
tanto como puedan, sintiéndose cómodos,
and exhale.
y exhalen.
Normal conscious breathing.
Respiración normal y consciente.
Total surrender.
Entrega total,
No ego.
sin ego.
Oh Lord, I
Oh
am.
Señor, soy tuyo.
Take a deep inhalation
Inhalación profunda,
and gently rising as you sit up
suavemente nos sentamos con la columna recta
and exhale.
y exhalamos.
Normal conscious breathing.
Respiración normal y consciente.
As we enter into the state of meditation,
Al ingresar al estado de meditación,
which is not a technique,
que no es una técnica,
it's a state of mind.
es un estado de la mente.
We'll do pranayama
Vamos a practicar pranayama
to regulate the breath.
para regular la respiración.
We'll do a couple of cyclic breathings.
Vamos a hacer un par de ciclos.
As you inhale,
Al inhalar,
take in all the positivity within,
tomemos todo lo positivo y lo llevamos al interior.
and with every exhalation,
Y con cada exhalación,
bring out all the negativity from within.
vamos a sacar desde el interior toda la negatividad.
Now, with deep inhalation,
Inhalación profunda.
inhale love,
Inhalamos amor.
exhale anger,
Exhalamos la rabia.
inhale peace,
Inhalamos paz.
exhale jealousy,
Exhalamos la envidia.
inhale purity,
Inhalamos pureza.
exhale lust.
Exhalamos lujuria.
Deep inhalation,
Profunda inhalación.
deep exhalation.
Exhalación profunda.
Inhale humility,
Inhalamos humildad.
exhale ego.
Exhalamos ego.
Inhale generosity,
Inhalamos generosidad.
exhale greed.
Exhalamos codicia.
Deep inhalation,
Profunda inhalación.
exhalation.
Profunda exhalación.
Inhale affection.
Inhalamos afecto.
Exhale enmity.
Exhalamos enemistad.
Inhale devotion.
Inhalamos devoción.
Exhale fear.
Exhalamos temor.
Inhale happiness.
Inhalamos felicidad.
Exhale sadness.
Exhalamos tristeza.
Now your breath has become equal.
Ahora la respiración se ha equilibrado.
Please sit straight,
Siéntense derechos,
keeping the spine straight,
con la columna recta.
bringing the attention in between the two eyebrows
Dirigimos la atención al entrecejo.
with slow, shallow, feeble, rhythmic breathing.
La respiración es lenta, tenue, rítmica.
Feeble the breath, calmer is the mind.
Entre más tenue la respiración, más calmada la mente.
Total calmness,
Calma total.
Shantakara. Peace,
Paz,
joy,
alegría,
bliss.
bienaventuranza.
No thoughts,
No hay pensamientos.
it is outer and inner silence.
Hay un silencio exterior e interior.
Total stillness.
Quietud total.
Go deeper and deeper
Profundicen más y más.
and merge in Him
Fúndanse con Él
in silent meditation.
en meditación silenciosa.
Nothing more to practice.
No hay nada más que practicar.
Bringing the awareness back into the body consciousness.
Regresamos la conciencia de vuelta al cuerpo.
Open your eyes,
Abrimos los ojos.
feeling refreshed
Nos sentimos refrescados,
and peaceful.
revitalizados y en paz.
Maintain that peace within and all around you.
Mantengan esta paz en su interior y en todas partes.
Remembering Gurudev and Guruji, let's pray for all.
Recordando a Gurudev y a Guruji, pidamos por todos.
Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramaya, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukh bhavet. We all be happy,
Que todos sean felices,
we all be healthy,
saludables,
May there be only auspiciousness,
que solo se dé lo auspicioso,
and may no one have a share in sorrow.
y que no haya tristezas,
May there be peace,
que haya paz,
compassion,
compasión, amor,
harmony
armonía
within us
en nosotros
and in the whole creation.
y en toda la creación.
I humbly bow to each and every one of you.
Humildemente me inclino ante todos y cada uno de ustedes,
May you perceive him in every breath.
que lo puedan percibir en cada respiración.
Hari Om Tat Sat.